Welcome, everybody. My name is Clayton Gits. I'm going to be your host for this afternoon. Again, it's going to be about 25 minutes. I'm going to go pretty fast just because that's kind of how I roll. So a little bit about me. I have been in the real estate space since 2005. And I got into this business because I bought my first house late 2004, had a kind of a bad experience. And I was like, man, if this dude can do this, I certainly can. And so I jumped in with a traditional real estate company here in my market called Long & Foster and loved it, man. I fell in love with the industry, loved Long & Foster. They were very, very good to me. My first year in the business, sold 28 houses, not having a clue what I was doing, like begging my friends and family to use me. And 28 of them were nice enough to use me. And then in 2006, a new real estate model came to Richmond, Virginia, that frankly I'd never heard of before. And a recruiter reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you be willing to sit down with me? I'll buy you a beer." That's what really got me. He was like, "I'll buy you a beer," and I said, "Sure, dude, you can buy me a beer." I was like, "I'm really happy where I am, but I'll hear what you have to say." And after about 15 minutes of his presentation, I said, "Benji, you can stop talking now. I'm in." And he was kind of shocked. He was like, "Wait, what? Like that's it? It was that easy?" I was like, "Yeah, man, clearly the value proposition at Keller Williams is much better than it is with my current company." And that was my opinion, guys. The numbers just look better for me. So I made the jump over to Keller Williams in 2006. And I spent the next 12 years of my career there. So yes, if you can't see the gray in my beard, I'm 46 years old as of January 6th. So I've been in the real estate industry for 16 years now. Loved my tenure, my 12 years at Keller Williams. I grew my team from me, myself, and I to 17 agents and team. By 2015, we were selling 265 homes a year, which was about 75 million in sales volume at that point. The problem with that is I was responsible for about 90 of those sales, and that was a lot for me. So 2015 rolls around, and all of a sudden, here I am working 7 days a week at an hour carved out for church on Sunday. And then I'm back to like open houses. Like you guys know the drill, right? And, as fate would have it, in March of 2015, I woke up one morning. I don't know if you guys can see, I kind of have a lazy eye, but I woke up in 2015 and I looked like a pirate. Like I rolled over to my wife and she was like, "Dude, you need to get that checked out." Because just it wasn't normal. So I went to the eye doctor and he took one look at it, pulled my eyelid down. He said, "Hey, I hate to tell you this, Clayton, but you have cancer." And guys, I share that with you. And listen, I'm healthy. I've never felt better today, but I share that with you because up until that point, I'd never considered the what if, like if I go down, like if I sprain an ankle or if I get cancer, you're like, what happens if I can't produce for my family, if I can't produce for my team? And the truth is, I didn't like the answer. Like it would all have unraveled at that point if I really went down. So I went on a mission to try to figure out how to own a real estate business instead of the other way around. And that's really when EXP landed into my lap. And it was kind of like deja vu, guys. I saw a presentation and within about 15, 20 minutes, it just clicked for me. And that's what I found over the past 4 years here at EXP is sometimes it really clicks. Sometimes it's like, "Hey, dude, no, thank you. What are all these avatars running around this virtual world? Not for me." And some people, like, it's just not right now. Like timing's just not right. But it made sense to me. And I jumped in 2017. So I've been here for 4 years now. And I am happy to report that I now own a real estate business. So our company did just under 100 million in sales last year. I haven't sold a house in 3 years. I spend about an hour and a half in leadership meetings on a weekly basis, which has allowed me to launch 6 other businesses kind of all in the real estate space, mortgage, title, property management, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to attempt to share with you what was shared with me back late 2016 over the next couple of minutes here. Okay. So as you guys know, innovation is always happening. Hey, Carrie, you can hear me okay, right? Okay, thank you. So innovation's always happening, right? And I love the story about Blockbuster Video versus Netflix because here you have like this group of techies that produce this technology, this software where you could stream videos on your mobile device, right? And back then, the bandwidth did not exist to actually stream to any significant degree. So they approached Blockbuster Video and they're like, look, we have this technology. We think it's going to be huge. It's going to change the game. Do you want to buy it? And you guys know how the story goes. Blockbuster was like, listen, dude, we're a $6 billion global brick and mortar company. We own the market. Like, do you guys remember Blockbuster Video? Like, who like still has a Blockbuster Video card hidden somewhere? I do, right here in my drawer. Pretty sure I still owe Blockbuster late fees. You remember like racing over to Blockbuster on Friday or Saturday night to get to the new releases before somebody else did? Like, that was not that long ago, right? And waiting in line for the Jujubes or for the Twizzlers, or they Swizzlers, but you know what I'm talking about, to get your snacks, and like that's how we used to do it. Well, what Netflix did is they innovated, and now like my wife and I lay in bed in our PJs. Well, she wears PJs. Well, I'm not going to tell you what I wear, but that's another Zoom. But dude, and we push a button, right? Like, technology is changing everything because consumers demand it. Then Amazon pops on the, pops into the game, and people are like, dude, I'd rather go to Barnes and Noble to buy my books. Like, in the beginning, people made fun of this online bookseller. Well, they're not making fun of them anymore, guys. I got these amazing sunflower seeds delivered via Amazon this morning, and I can't stop eating them. Like, Amazon's so addictive, is it not? You're like walking through your house, you're like, oh, I need that. And it's like, get on it. And it's here within 24 hours. It's just so super cool. Consumers demand it. And then Uber, like Lyft, who would have thought that an app would have disrupted the entire taxi cab industry? Man, technology is changing everything. And then, of course, 12 years ago, EXP comes onto the scene as the first virtual real estate company in the world. And people were like, dude, this is just ridiculous. You go into this virtual world and they're like these blockheads with these block bodies, and you're like, just so weird 12 years ago. Well, as you guys, I'm sure, are aware of now, 44,000 agents later, and a global presence. The stock is exploding. We'll get into that in just a few minutes. EXP is changing the way that things are done because technology innovation is always happening.
How are you?
So, hey, go on ahead and mute yourself, please, guys. Thank you so much. So, guys, just one thing to point out here, and the reason that, because I want to make sure you understand, you're going to see a couple of things here where you're going to say, yeah, Clayton, that's either too good to be true, or I don't believe that. Like, where is the money coming from? And I just want you to understand that hey, Lawanda, who is that? Bert, I got you. Never mind. Ken, go ahead and mute if you don't mind, if somebody's just forgets to do that. So when I found out that Warren Buffett, guys, who was a billionaire, started a real estate franchise back in 2010 called Berkshire Hathaway. Like, why would a billionaire, like a gazillionaire, start a real estate franchise? Here's why. Okay, so on your left there, you have the traditional model. And guys, this is the slide that did it for me. Like, this is where I was like, okay, this is interesting. And when I found out about the new model, eXp Realty back in 2016, when, there were only 800 agents. Guys, that was a little over 4 years ago. We just flew past 44,000. So 800 agents when I saw this slide. And I'm like, okay, the traditional real estate model, you've got all that on the left-hand side, the traditional franchise model, right? And they all, guys, the structure is all the same. Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Remax, doesn't matter. The structure is all the same. And the agent, we are at the bottom holding up the weight of these infrastructures, right? The revenue's flowing from the bottom to the top. You've got, if you look at the model for many of these franchises, it's get as many agents as we can into the model, and they will admit that because that's what produces the revenue to support this structure. Well, all that changed was that our founder, Glenn Sanford, said, well, what would happen if we removed all of that revenue-eating infrastructure from the middle of the equation, and we shared 50% of that revenue back with the agents that are responsible for helping us grow the company? I want to make sure you heard that, because it's like, when I saw this, I was like, yeah, like, why would a company do that? Like, imagine if you guys that are not with EXP, if tomorrow you showed up to the office, if you can do that, and your broker was like, listen, Sally, we've decided to make some changes. You're going to love them. We're actually going to share 50% of total company revenue back with you and the other agents in the office. How does that sound? You'd be like, dude, yes, right? So that's this new model, and it flipped the old model upside down. Now the company exists solely to support the agents, and they're sharing 50% of total company revenue. Total company revenue. Okay. So 6 pillars we're going to fly through here in the next few minutes. Number 1, disruptive technology. Number 2, education. Number 3, our marketing department. Number 4, if you want brick and mortar, guys, you can have it, man. Nobody's saying you can't have brick and mortar. Our stock acquisition program, and of course, we're going to end with the like really too good to be true, the revenue share program. And I want to tie it all together at the end of what the true, in my opinion, the magic pill is with eXp Realty. Okay, so welcome to our world. Welcome to eXp World. So this is a fully immersive digital environment that, again, guys, when I saw this for the first time 4 years ago, I loved everything else, but I was like, this is goofy because I was so used to operating in a traditional world. Now I will tell you, especially pre-pandemic, or now that we're still in this pandemic, being able to sit here in my office and log into this virtual world, guys, I could be in my panties and my underwear and log into this virtual world and walk over to my broker's office and sit down and have a conversation with my virtual broker, who's a real person. She just works in Northern Virginia. And we can send and receive documents and do a deep dive on whatever I wanted to, but I'm sitting right here, right? If I wanted to access any of the 70 hours of live weekly training, 70 hours a week, I could be sitting here right here in my office or anywhere, Starbucks, Cancun, doesn't matter, as long as I have access to the internet and I can be trained on a next level. Transaction management, accounting, human resources, all of that is accessible in this virtual world. Okay, eXp Enterprise, what is it? Guys, eXp Enterprise is your business in the palm of your hand. So you can access all of your agent details, see all of your commission and cap status, and I mean down to the penny, like every penny that you've paid to eXp Realty, anytime, pull it up and you'll see in real time. You can review your stock awards, what stock is vested, what stock is not vested. Guys, you can push transact. If I wanted to sell some stock right now, I can have it done within 2 or 3 minutes just by clicking on a button in Enterprise. And of course, get real-time performance reports on my business. So that's just more technology. Sky slope. So transaction management. I love being able to operate my business from the palm of my hand. A few years ago, like people were saying mobile is taking over the world. I wasn't there yet. I was either iPad or desktop. Now I am all in with mobile. I don't know if you guys are there yet, but I am. So I can literally log in here, or my team can, and they can DigiSign documents. They can manipulate transactions, send and receive transactions directly manage their entire business from the palm of their hand. This is one of my my soapboxes or pet peeves. I talk to agents all the time and I'm like, okay, talk to me about your technology, about your CRM and your lead generation systems. And they're like, well, we're using our brokers. And I'm like, well, what? Like, is that producing results? Like, what's the return of investment on that CRM? They're like, well, we don't pay for it. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, what's your split? Like, yes, of course you pay for it. So anyway, at eXp, all of us get access to this. I was just talking to Ken Gafka, who's here with us today, about this yesterday. Next level, guys, like next level CRM and lead generation platform. Beautiful consumer facing website that you can customize. And man, this thing produces leads out of the box. Free leads, right? You can also get trained on how to use KV Core at a really high level in our virtual world. Okay, technology continued. Express offers. So imagine sitting down with one of your seller clients and they're like, hey, listen, Johnny, we got to sell our house like yesterday. Like our kids are down in Florida, grandkids, and we got to get down there like yesterday. How can you help us? And you're like, hey, I have an answer for you. We actually, because I'm with eXp, we have access to an iBuyer platform called Express Offers that our company created. I could actually have multiple offers for you within the next 48 hours. All cash, closing in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. No inspections. How does that sound? I mean, they're like, dude, yeah, Johnny, let me take a look at that. I don't know where I came up with Johnny. Sorry, guys. But anyway, within 72 hours, you've got multiple offers that you can put in front of your clients. Guys, here's the catch. Not the catch, but the bonus. When your client accepts one of those iBuyer offers, you get paid whatever commission. You never get taken out of the equation. You get paid whatever commission that you negotiated with that seller. Well, guess what? It gets better. What if that investor is going to flip the property? They have to relist the property for sale with you or me. So it's a 2-for-1, right? So we're giving our customers more options. And guys, there are literally billions of dollars being spent on trying to remove you and I from the equation with Open House, OfferPad, Zillow Offers. Express Offers was EXP's way of saying, you know what, the agent deserves to be at the center of the transaction always. So love that program. Again, wrapping up technology, Workplace by Facebook. This is how we all collaborate with one another in this virtual world that is EXP, or it's another way I should say that we collaborate. So I could literally pop in here into a referral network, into a local or national referral or international referral network. I can also communicate with my broker, with the president, with the vice president, all through the palm of my hand through Workplace by Facebook. Okay, we touched on this briefly. So 70 hours, guys, 70 hours. I mean, there's the agents that are joining us now are like, guys, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much training. Like they're having a hard time figuring out like what to plug into, right? Which is a good problem to have. So 70 hours a week, every week of classes being taught by some of the biggest and baddest agents in the world, quite frankly. So super cool. And again, you can access this from anywhere. Okay, real-time support. There are 600 virtual employees that all work from home that are in this digital world called EXP World that are there to serve us. And guys, I am blown away at the level of support. I've been doing this for 16 years, like sincerely blown away. If I have a question, I log into EXP World and within minutes, not within hours or days, within minutes, in and out, and I'm on my way back to producing. Okay, let's move on to the marketing pillar. So imagine that you've just finished putting a listing into the MLS and you've uploaded all the photos, all the pictures, the description, and you click submit. And then within minutes, you get an email with 10 done for you marketing pieces, the social media shareables, the door hangers, the brochure or the flyer that you can literally just send to your printer, or you can email to your clients, or do whatever you need to do, or EXP will of course print these for you in very high quality and drop ship them to you. That's now possible with EXP. Also, there are 4,000 fully customizable marketing pieces in this our marketing and branding center as well. So it's just, again, access to just about anything you would need in there. Okay. So take a breath. Equity opportunities. So guys, this is where, and again, you hear a lot about the stock acquisition program. You hear a lot about revenue share. You probably hear more than you want to, right? Especially if you're not EXP, you're like, would you stop it already with the revenue share? I'm not a recruiter. What is this, a pyramid scheme? Like you've heard all that stuff, I'm sure. But that's not the next two pieces that I'm going to share with you, game changers. And if, I really do hope that this sticks, but it's what they have created. Okay, and I'll talk about that at the very end, like what these two pieces have created. That is the magic pill, man. So hang in there for just a couple more minutes. All right, so EXP is a publicly traded company, like Google or Apple or those big companies out there. Now, 4 years ago, when I started with EXP and I was sharing this opportunity, just like I am now, people were like, yeah, isn't that like that company? It's like a penny stock. And I was like, yeah, right, because it was trading for like $2.75 a share, right? Well, guys, I don't know. I haven't looked here recently, but today I think it's around around $105 a share. So I would just tell you this: there are 6 ways for all of us to acquire stock as an EXP agent, and here they are. My friends, just by doing what you're already doing. If you're not with EXP and you're selling houses to any degree, one house, or if you're the more houses you sell, the more stock you're going to acquire as an EXP agent. So number one, when you close on your first transaction every single year as an EXP agent, they're just going to literally give you stock. Okay. So if you don't have access to a program like that today, you might want to take a closer peek at that. Number two, when you fully cap as an EXP agent, EXP is literally going to say, hey, congratulations for being a capping agent. Here is some more stock. Just give you more ownership in the company. Number three, when and if you sponsor an agent and that agent closes on their first transaction, EXP is going to give you more stock as a way of saying, hey, thanks for helping grow the company, right? And these next two pieces are my favorite. And I'm going to be very transparent here. And let me just say this, stocks go up, stocks go down. I think I have to say that for SEC purposes, and I'm going to be very transparent with you here in just a minute. So the Icon Award, this was a game changer for me. So if you sell on average 30 or more houses a year, EXP considers you as an independent agent, okay? EXP considers you an icon agent, like a badass, okay? So they're actually, guys, they're going to give you your entire $16,000 cap back in the form of company stock when you sell on average 30 or more houses. Could be 29, could be 31 per year. Guys, that's incredible. So think about this. In 2021, March of 2021, when the stock was trading for $8 a share a year ago, and then it shot up to, I don't know, I think it peaked at about $80 or $90 a share by the end of last year. If you had acquired stock when it was trading for $8.50 and it shot up at all, that means the company is paying you to hold your license here. I talk to people all the time. They're like, yeah, I'm with 100% brokerage. I'm good. I'm like, dude, I'm with 100% plus brokerage. I mean, you got to take a peek at this thing. So that's that Icon Award is amazing. And then here's my favorite. If you are on this call and you are selling a ton of houses, or you want to sell a ton of houses, you want to serve a lot of people, this program right here could be a game changer for you. So you can enroll. It's an opt-in, opt-out deal to allow EXP to take 5% off the top of every transaction, and it happens automatically behind the scenes. And EXP will buy stock for you at a 10% discount. Go ahead and mute yourself there, guys, if you don't mind. I got you. And so here's where I'm going to be very transparent. So I've been here for 4 years, okay, just over 4 years, and I own a bank building. I used to tell people I own a bank, but that's not true. It's a bank building that we closed on January of 2020, right before COVID hit, of course. And I own that building because I liquidated some of the stock that I've acquired in the past 4 years. Okay, that I would not. I know I wouldn't have had the liquidity to purchase that type of a project without that program right there, the Agent Equity Program. I'm sitting in this house today that my wife and my 2 little girls, we all live in together, grandma and grandpa, because I liquidated some more stock. And I don't wish I hadn't, to be honest, because it's just going crazy. But the opportunities that I get calls and text messages almost every day now. I've got a partner here with me in Virginia. He's been here for 1 year, and he sells a little bit of real estate. I mean, nothing like crazy, but he sells a little bit of real estate. $375,000 worth of vested stock. I got the picture yesterday. $375,000. He was like, Clayton, this is life-changing for my family, right? So, and I don't know, 5-10 years from now, again, stocks go up, stocks go down, guys. This is like a built-in 401k, a built-in pension plan. I mean, it's magical. Okay, and I said 6. The 6th way, of course, is we can purchase the stock. It's publicly traded. Okay, so wrapping it up here, guys. So think about it this way. Most of us are used to earning income by helping buyers buy homes and helping sellers sell homes, right? Commission income. Well, what EXP has done is it's opened up 2 additional verticals, and you know, this gets confusing to some people. So the stock acquisition program is another income opportunity that most people, you know, I can't think of another company that does something like this, not to this level. There's a third vertical, a third income opportunity, and it's called revenue share. So guys, this is not stock, this is cash direct deposited into the account of your choosing on the 21st of every month. And this is not Keller Williams, okay? Love KW for my KW peeps that are watching this live or on the replay. But listen, guys, this is not profit share. This is revenue share. And this little example right here should give you a good idea of how powerful this is. Now, over the next 5 years, okay? Let's just say that you're doing some deals with some people and they ask you, because this happens, they're like, hey, how do you like EXP? And you're like, let me tell you, man, I love it. Talk to my guy Clayton, or talk to my guy Scott, and that's just that's all I've done for the past 4 years, is just inviting people to take a peek at an opportunity, and then they decide whether it's, you know, whether or not it's the right fit for them. So this one example, in 5 years, if you can sponsor 10 agents that each sponsor 10 agents, my friends, that's $348,000 a year. Like legit, like this is happening times a lot for me today. Okay, after 4 years in, so revenue share comes off the top before the company gets paid, my friends. Profit share comes off of the bottom after the company and everybody else takes their piece of the pie. That's why the numbers are so small. Well, revenue share, when you take money off the top, then the company pays themselves. The company is held accountable to spending what is left over instead of the other way around. You guys understand that concept? Like it's like the game has completely changed. I will just tell you that clearly I'm excited about this opportunity, but I will tell you that just this one piece is multiple six-figure a year income. And it's growing, it's expanding every single month because of the impact, the partnerships that we have. And that's, guys, that's where I want to wrap this thing up. What is so, oh, sorry, real quick. Here's our international footprint. Like, we're scaling so fast, guys, because our growth is not dependent upon brick and mortar. Imagine being able to open Hong Kong by never stepping on an airplane. None of our executives have to step on an airplane to open any of these countries. They invite these men and women into our virtual world, and they have conversations with them. Guys, our languages are about to be translated across this digital platform called EXP World. I don't speak another language. I barely speak English, right? I don't speak English that well, but I'm going to be able to my English will be translated into Chinese and back and forth. Those barriers are coming down because of technology. My friends, the game has changed. I hope you see that, man. I totally lied. One more piece here. So healthcare. I don't know about you guys, but I've got a pre-existing condition. Clearly, I shared that with you, and healthcare got out of control for me. Clearwater is a partner that we have that I'm telling you, there's too many stories out there about lower copays, lower premiums, and it's a marketplace. So it's not one size fits all. It's like, what's going on with you and what are your individual needs, and let's try to find the best fit for you. So that's just another benefit that you have as an EXP agent. Okay. So this, and one more slide and we're done. Many of you know what this is. So this little napkin here and this cash flow quadrant. Here's the magic pill that I want to make sure you guys walk away with. So yes, the technology is incredible. The revenue share is incredible. The stock acquisition program is a game changer, but that's not the power. That's not what makes this opportunity so special. What makes it so special, my friends, is that the stock acquisition program, we are all common stock owners, which means I don't care if you're in Virginia, I don't care if you're in Hong Kong or California, I will help you out in any way that I possibly can, because we all want this company to succeed at a really high level, because that common stock ties us all together. We're all owners. We all, like, the mentality has changed, right? That's number one. Number two, when you partner with somebody at EXP, and that's what it's called a partnership. Like, day one, you partner with me or somebody that's in my organization, you and I become business partners. And what that means is my $100 million a year producing real estate company, everything that we do becomes yours on day one. Everything. And it's not just, here you go, Sally. Here's how we smash it with sellers, or we smash it with buyers. Here's what we're doing on radio. Here's what we're doing with inside sales agents. We will walk you through the process, because the more that I help you succeed in this opportunity, the more everybody wins. That's the magic, man. Like, that's the power. It's the collaboration. It's helping you collapse time on where you are today. It's actually pushing you. I have people all the time that join my organization. They're like, yeah, I want to sell 30 houses next year. I'm like, why not 60? And then they start to sweat. I'm like, good, you're sweating. Like, let's go. It's 60. That's the number. And I'm going to show you how to get there. Let's go serve more families and have a bigger impact. And in this model, impact equals income, right? So I love going on that journey together with people. And that's what's so special. No, you can't see my listing presentation. It is, dude, if you're in my market, like, I have people in my market, $50 million producers. I'm like, here's what we do. Here's my playbook. It's complete abundance mindset. The game has changed. Okay. So fees, and then that's it. So here's what it costs to join or to maintain your membership as an EXP agent. Number one, $149 one time. Okay. You get 1,000 business cards. You get like a box of, cards and stuff. It also pays for your first month's technology fee, $149 one time. Your commission and cap status. So everybody's 80-20, man. And this kind of hit me when I realized that how, a lot of companies are doing these special deals, right? 80-20 across the board, everybody, no special sweetheart deals until you cap. As an individual agent, it's different if you're on a team, the caps are lower, okay? But if you're an individual agent, your cap is 16,000. Once you pay that 16,000, you keep 100% of your commission for the remainder of your calendar year. Now remember, once you do 20 transactions after your cap, you become icon. That's what I was talking about earlier with the around 30 transactions a year. And that's when EXP will give you your entire $16,000 cap back in the form of company stock. Wow. Monthly fees, so you stay active, it's $85 a month. If you never sell a house, it's $85 a month that pays for all the technology, all the tools, and all the training. That's it. And then per transaction fees, there is a $25 per transaction broker review fee and a $40 per transaction E&O insurance fee. That fee is capped at $500 per agent per year. It's a $2 million blanket policy. Guys, that's it for all that value, man. Okay, if you want to learn more, doesn't obligate you to anything. If you want to learn more, please head over to join.exprealty.com, fill out an application. No, guys, this is completely confidential, but you are going to receive more information about EXP. You're going to receive an updated copy of the ICA, the Independent Contractor Agreement, with all of the details. And if you do that, please honor the person that invited you to watch this webinar today, and just list them as the person that that shared this opportunity with you. That would be cool.